Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at pretty much one of the rarest Pokemon that you can be using in the Great League, and that is going to be Salazzle, because you have to hatch it out of a 12-kilometer egg, and not only is it going to be rare to even hatch this Pokemon, but you have to have a female. So I was able to trade this, it dropped, and that's how I'm able to use it here. So here we are. We're going to be pairing it up with several different Pokemon, a Rangaroo, Venusaur, Charjabug, and Deoxys, a couple others as well, Spyless I do believe. So let's see what we have going on here. If you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up, and let's get into it here. So we're going to be bringing in the Salazzle, getting a incinerate through. We're going to let that go. I mean, this thing is really fun to use, and it could come in really handy and do some devastating damage. But one thing is for sure, it cannot take a hit. It really can't. Yeah, the IVs are bad, but honestly, that doesn't really make a difference. Even if you had, say, the perfect IV set, I don't know, like 1 or 0 attack and then 15 defense, stamina, whatever it has to be, it's still going to be taking a lot of damage because that's just the way it is. But it's still a fun Pokemon to use, so let's have a blast and see what we have going on here. Next battle met with a Galarian Stunfisk, so we're super effective with the fire. Now, we do have Fire Blast. You can go with Dragon Pulse, I suppose, but we're going to stick with that Fire Blast because it does a lot of damage to basically everything. And the thing that it does have going for it is good attack and great moves as well. Fire and Poison type with a massive resistance to Charm, but even with its resistances, it's still taking a decent amount of damage for sure. Now, we did lower the defense of the Azumarill with the Salazzle with the Poison Fang, and we're able to Vine Whip down even better. Farm all the way down with the Venusaur. They're going to be bringing in a Trevenant here, so we're going to go straight for the Sledge Bomb. Not even going to go for the bait, and we're getting a shield. That's going to be the first shield here. Unfortunately, not getting to the next Sludge Bomb, so do we want to use this shield? We do, and it is a Shadow Ball, so we called that correctly. They're going to be swapping back into the Galarian Stunfisk to try to catch a Sludge Bomb, but we're going for Frenzy Plant. Not quite taking them out, but then one more is enough to finish them off here. Bringing in the Salazzle, unfortunately, well, we still got the Charjabug. Never mind. That thing is just completely out of the scene. Like, huh? We still have that? Oh, I thought I was only using 2 Pokemon over here. Alright, so we're going for a Frenzy Plant. And the Charjabug is in the back. It can't get one-shotted by the Shadow Ball. It does resist the Seed Bomb, so even if they got to it, I don't know. Let's see how much the Shadow Ball does. Yeah, it might be able to take us out here, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to be getting to the X-Scissor and taking the win here. So, you know, I'm just having a little fun, just testing things out. And this is what I just like to do. Next battle, we're met with a Shadow Victory Bell, and they're going to be swapping into a Bastodon. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Deoxys for now. We're probably just using this for a couple of battles. Going for the Thunderbolt. And we can let all this go here. They're not going to be making it to another charge move. Well, it might be pretty close. Let's see if we can actually counter down here. It's kind of a stretch. We make it just in the nick of time. Beautiful. So we got a lot of energy on this Deoxys here. Although if they come back in with a, okay, ground type would be kind of in trouble. So we're just going to go for the Thunderbolt because Psychic is resisted here, doing a decent amount. Immediately, well, we didn't swap. We got taken out. Venusaur into the battle here. Going for a Frenzy Plant, and I figured, yeah, they're going to be shielding that up. They're not going to go down with all that energy. Now, we still have 2 shields, and they are going to be able to throw 2 here. So, yep, it's going to be pretty close. So we're going to let this go. Unfortunately, it should be... We barely survive. Okay. Swapping into the Salazzle, knowing that this Victory Bell is in the back. And, well, it looks like the Salazzle is going to be able to take the win for us here, taking out the Victory Bell and farming down the Sableye. Looking good. We had a ton of energy loaded up on that thing. So, one thing's for sure, an Incinerate user, you have to get used to it. It can really screw you up. Getting caught up in the middle of one of those and just over-tapping and, well, you're like, why am I not able to hit my charge move? Well, you're stuck in the middle of an animation there. Alright, so we're up against a Drapion here, and the poison's not very effective, but it is going to be adding up, coming from the Salazzle, plus the Incinerate damage. It's really doing a ton. So we're going to go ahead and go for another one. Fire Blast is a very big risk using this thing here, building up all that energy and potentially having to shield maybe twice to even get it off. So it is kind of like, you know, one of those things where it's just spur of the moment, go for it. And if we land it, it's quite amazing. Alright, so we're going for the Poison Fang here. And we got some beautiful lag going on. Okay, so if this is the one I'm thinking of, alright, so look at this. E-Spore ready. Let's go. So, yep, this was happening to me as well. I don't know. It wasn't stopping me this long. It would just kind of pause when somebody would use their charge move. So I don't know if they're like trying to minimize. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to point fingers and say that they were doing that or trying to do any exploits. Well, look at that fire blast. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry about the lag, man. That, you know, it sucks there. Go Battle League, you know, Niantic. But that fire blast damage, wow. All right, next battle, we're met with a Sableye here, which is going to be resisting our poison. Foul play is going to be KOing us. Simple as that. So we're going to have to shield if we want to survive, and that's just the way it goes. So we're going to go for the Poison Fang here. Let's see if they want to use a shield. No shield, unfortunately. This will, I don't know if this will KO. It's going to be bringing them pretty low. Yeah, probably would have been enough there. So they're, you know, fairly low themselves. So we're going to go ahead and let it go. It's not a complete loss. We bring them down. We're going to be able to farm up. And with the Trevenant. And Trevenant is going to be remaining on the team for the entire time. I just found them to be a good combination with each other, you know. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go for that Seed Bomb up against the Azumarill. And we do want to shield this up. We do not know if there's an Ice Beam or not. We can't risk it, and it is an Ice Beam. Alright, so unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to be able to outpace them here. Getting to another Seed Bomb. Getting the final shield. And will a Seed Bomb even be enough? Oh, they're catching. Oh my goodness, that was very nice. And with a Registeel. Okay. Alright, if we can get to the Shadow Ball, we're looking okay, though. Alright, so we get to it. Very nice. It's going to be doing a ton. I don't know if Zap Cannon's even going to be enough to take us out here. It's going to be pretty low, and they might be able to farm us down. And, oh yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. What the hell? Alright, so in goes the Spylus. Not very effective. Dragon Breath and farming them down. This is going to be a very close battle. Going for the Body Slam. Now, I'm thinking, come on, have Hydro Pump. Or not enough energy for Play Rough, and it is a Play Rough, and it's absolutely going to KO because we're Dark and Dragon. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent, leading with the Salazzle the entire time, met with a Alolan Ninetales. This is a great lead here. Beautiful lag right off the bat. Swampert able to get a ton of farm before we're actually able to even bring in our Trevenant here. So we got to look out for an Earthquake or a Sludge, and it is going to be a Hydro. But another one of those is going to be enough to take us out because it is a Shadow Swampert. But they let it go, so we're going to be back into the fight here up against the Ninetales, which is great. They're not going to be gaining that much farm, but a Psyshock will be basically KOing the Salazzle, so we need to look out. We've got Medicham on the team here. Looks like I got a little fed up, probably, at one point. So we're going for the Poison Fang, getting a shield. What is in the back? We have a Galarian Stunfisk. Did you see I was trying to swap there? That's what happens when you get caught up in the Incinerate animations there. Alright, so bring it in the Medicham, and as soon as they see that, it is going to be a wrap. They back out. We take the win. Alright, next battle. What are we going to see in the lead? A Nidoqueen. So we have to look out for Earth Power. Then again, we have to look out for the Poison Fang too. So that was definitely a little quick, so we know it's going to be Poison Fang. You can let that first one go, but look. I mean, they're basically going to be taking you down to nothing. Now, you can almost take them out with 2 Poison Fangs here, but not quite. So you're going to have to either land a Dragon Pulse or a Fire Blast to actually take them out here. So, yeah, never mind. Down we go. They did use a shield, though, so technically if it was like a no-shield situation, we would have been able to get them there. Unless they just go straight for Earth Power right and take us out. That's another case. So they're bringing in a Talonflame. So we have to get a shield from them using the Seed Bomb here. Can we? Oh, that's just fantastic. Bringing in the Medicham. Now we have to look out for Brave Bird. And they do have enough energy, I do believe. If they go for Flame Charge, they're going to stay right in this fight here. Can we get the Psychic? Unfortunately, they're getting to their charge move now. We did lock ourselves in here so they can't retreat with that Talonflame. Going for the Psychic, will it be enough to take them out? That's the question, not quite. And we're going to be able to counter down. That's fantastic. What do they got back there? Victory Bell. Beautiful. We're already energy loaded. We're going to be able to get to the Psychic. But as we do, they back out. And we take the win there. Moving it on to the next battle. There's a horrible lead up against a Swampert here. But that's okay. We're equipped and ready. Now this is going to be the official team with the Salazzle, Rangaroo, and Trevenant here. I just found it to be perfect. Work great with each other here. Trevenant and Rangaroo really complement each other. Alright, so we're up against a Trevenant, and this is going to be a great situation here. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not bad, really, because of the resistance to the Shadow Claw here, but those Seed Bombs do add up, and I really wanted to catch, but our clock is not ready to go. These foul plays are going to be super effective, non-stab, though, and we're going to be getting bold shields from them. Do believe we're going to actually be shielding this up as well, because we snuck a confusion through before they did attack, so we knew we were going to be able to farm them down. they bring in a Galarian Stunfisk, which is going to be able to farm us down, and it's not particularly great, but then again, we have a Trevenant, so we're okay. And we're also getting to another one of these Night Slashes, so I mean, we're just adding up the damage here, bringing them down below half, well below half here, and they're throwing their energy as well, which is just perfect. Now we go down, one more confusion. Okay, bringing in the Salazzle here because we know that there's a Swampert in the front, so we're just going to go ahead and absorb this Earthquake, and that's just the way it's going to have to go here. And then we're going to farm them up. They're bringing in that Swampert. We immediately go for that Seed Bomb because, well, let's just go ahead and take them out before they hit us with a Hydro and then hit us with an Earthquake or a Rock Slide, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, where did they get the 1,000 energy from? So there's that Earthquake, yep. And taking the win. All right, moving on to our next opponent. It's going to be a Sableye. We've seen this before, but they're going to be immediately swapping into their hard counter, Swampert Shadow, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Trevenant in here, and I'm really happy with this swap that they did make. So we're going to let that first one go and go for the Seed Bomb right away. I mean, they're going to be bringing in the Sableye. There it is, to farm us up, but not before we do get to the Seed Bomb here. Now, let's just hope they think this is a Shadow Ball. I mean, either way, they shielded it up. We take that, and it's looking pretty good. Bringing in the Ringaroo, resisting the Ghost, but we are going to be taking super effective from the dark, so it's not like a great situation here. And that is the kind of unfortunate thing about the Trevenant and the Ringaroo. Both of them are going to be weak to the dark, and there's nothing particular that's really going to be defending against that. It's not like this Salazzle is going to come in and say, hey, I got your back. All right, so we're shielding up that Earthquake correctly, which is just fantastic. Going for the Poison Fang, taking them out. One shield, looking good. Going for a Poison Fang. Salazzle putting in the work here. I'm telling you, where it's got it, it really does. But when it's hard countered, there's really nothing it can do. Well, technically, I do a lot of damage up against this Swampert one time. It basically one-shots it with Fire Blast without even lowering its defense. It's pretty incredible. Bringing in the Ringaroo to take the win for us, and we're looking great. On to the next one, met with a Galarian Stunfisk. And see, the fire typing is great, I guess, with the Incinerate as well as the Poison, but it just can't take a hit, and they can get to that Rock Slide at a very fast rate. And the only thing we can do is basically build up to this Fire Blast, and we'll land it. There you go. It did cost us a shield, and they're bringing in an Azumarill, but not before we go down. We're going to be getting off this Poison Fang. They're going to be able to farm us down. And, well, we got Trevenant. We just need to look out for the Ice Beam, which is going to be a little annoying. So we do bring in the Ringaroo to kind of absorb it first, but they swap and lock themselves in with the Trevenant. All right, that sounds fantastic. So we have to remember there is energy on the Azumarill, could be potentially Ice Beam on that. So we need to do as much damage here, as well as getting maybe both of these shields, or at least one, which we have. So we're looking good here. They're going for another Seed Bomb. We survived to get off one more foul play. Thank you, Ringaroo, putting in that work here, letting it go, immediately swapping into the Trevenant, and when they see it, they back out. We take the win, and we're looking good. All right, next battle. Are we going to have a good lead or a bad lead? Let's see. It's a bad lead. Okay. So, Samurott. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Ringaroo, which is actually taking super effective damage from that Fury Cutter. It's not getting stab over there, but it's still going to be digging in quite significantly, plus a Hydro Cannon and a fast kind of pace of farming up. Not great. So we're going to go ahead and let it go. And this is amazing here. They throw another one, which is perfect. So yeah, we don't have to worry too much about getting spammed by more charge moves for whatever we do bring in. So look at this bullcrap here. So it froze up, and I can't help but think they're getting some energy through while I'm just sitting there frozen. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Okay, whatever. 1-to-1 shield, and they're winning the matchup. Bringing in a Swampert. Here you go. Here is that Fire Blast. Let's see how much that does to a normal Swampert. Pretty much almost KOing it. Swapping into our Trevenant, and unfortunately they have a Talonflame in the back. And I go straight for the Shadow Ball here, and they shield it up. So at this point, it's over pretty much. But we're going to go ahead and stick it out to see what we can do, because it's not over until it's over. Shielding this up and seeing if we can get to the Shadow Ball, and we get to it. But unfortunately, that Swampert is going to be loaded up on energy. They're going to immediately, just take us out. They have to. They have no health left. And then the Salazzle may be able to, but the thing about Incinerate is the damage registration is so slow. No, we got it through, but it was just too slow to register. And we're getting taken out by the spammy Hydro Cannon. Moving it on to our next battle here, met with an Arachnoid. And never been in this situation before, so let's go ahead and see how it does play out. Those Bubble Beams are going to be doing a lot. So we're going to basically have to shield those up. I let the first one go here because we do resist the bug bite quite significantly. And we're going to go straight for the fire blast. If we can land this, oh man, that's damn, Arachnoid is a tank. Jeez, are you kidding me? That's insane. So we're going to go ahead and let it go. I figured, we took pretty much all of its health down here. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Trevenant to farm it up with Shadow Claw, and we'll be loaded up here. But not before they bite bug us to so much damage there. Alright, so they're bringing in a Registeel. We're going to be going for Shadow Ball. So we can let all the charge moves go here. We're going to have to put all our hope on the Oranguru towards the end here. But it could work out to be nice for us here. Let's see, going for another Shadow Ball. Do they want to let it go? And they do. Alright, Athena, you want to get out of the room, girl? I'm going to take her out of the room. Alright, what's going on here? Up against a Medicham. So, Power Punch. Alright, so we're part normal. Yeah, we're psychic, so we're not taking super effective damage from the fighting, but it's still doing a lot. Oranguru can hold its own. It's a really good typing. What makes it really nice are the moves that it does have here. So they're getting to another one. I figured, all right, well, let's go ahead and just shield this up and go for another one. Psychic does work as well, but I figured let's just keep going with the foul plays here. They're digging in. We just need to get those shields, bringing in the Trevenant, and we're really cutting this close here, folks, aren't we? Holding on to our shield as well and just playing dangerously. All right, moving on to the next battle, met with the Medicham. Now, this is not bad. We do need to look out for Psychic, and funny enough, you know, we're poisoned like we said, you know. Look at the counter damage already. There was no power-up punch or anything like that. That was just straight counter damage already, and we're poisoned, so doing a ton. Building up to potentially a Fire Blast, going for the Poison Fang. They let it go. This will be enough to take them out. Maybe one more quick move. All right, that's enough. Beautiful. Bringing in a Knockdown here, but before we do go down, we're going to be able to Poison Fang. That's the nice thing about Salazzle here. Sure, they can retreat, but it's kind of going to put the pressure on them to kind of get out of there. So they can't go Shadow Ball. I think they do, though, because we're Psychic. Yeah, it's not very effective. All right, bringing in a Trevenant here. So we're going to have to kind of get out of here soon. What I really wanted to do was catch, and oh boy, I think they back out after this. Maybe. I'm not trying to give them discredit. All right, wrong. Oh, no, they do. Okay, yep, this is the one. It was over there. All right. You know, they did have a Knockdown, so, I mean, But anyways, next battle, let's see what we have. A Altaria. Horrible for us. Now, since we are part poison, we're going to be able to at least, you know, do a bunch of damage with this. I think I double shield this. I think I just go all in. I say the hell with it. Let's double shield it. Let's see what happens. What do you have in the back? Technically, what we have in the back doesn't really want to see that. Barely getting to 2 Poison Fangs. We're going to be quick here, otherwise they're going to take us out. We get to it, and that Dragon Breath took us out. We're done right after this here. And we're out of here, bringing them down pretty low, and unfortunately not able to take them out with that confusion before they get to a charge move. Oranguru taking the hit quite nicely, though. Bringing in a Registeel, that's something I definitely don't want to see. So they got a Toxicroak in the back. All right, this is going to be very close, folks. We're going to... Oh, this is a finesse battle. Okay, so we're going to have to call these. We need to hold on to our shield. All right, Mud Bomb bait. Good call on my end here. And getting to another Shadow Ball. So we tapped it, but it all works out in the end here. So... All right, oh, never mind, we do get it off, okay. But we do have a Shadow Ball. We build up a bunch of energy here. Okay, it's right here. All right, so we're going to go here. We shield this up. They go for a Zap Cannon. Or Focus Blast. I'm calling it all wrong here. I promise, I remember. All right, so bringing in the Oranguru. Now, all we have to do is just do a little bit of damage here. Bring him down low enough for Shadow Ball to take him out, and that's it. There it is. That Night Slash was simply all we needed to do. They go for the Focus Blast, bringing in the Trevenant with barely any HP left, getting out the Shadow Ball, and we take that win. That was a satisfying, successful battle for me, for sure. All right, that was a good one. Next one, we're going to be seeing a Swampert. Horrible lead. Swapping into a Oranguru here because we don't want to bring in Trevenant, and they're retreating into a Nidoqueen. Now, wee. Could that have been a miss swap? Maybe, but let's just wait and see what they have in the back here. So as much as I wanted to farm, we're just going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash before they do get to another Poison Fang, and they do. So we snuck that confusion through. So we're going to go ahead and just shield this up because we have such a good matchup up against that Swampert there, and such a horrible matchup up against with our Salazzle. So we're going to go ahead and go for Psychic, might as well, and they shield it up. and no defense drop. So now we're just going to bring in our Trevenant here. If they go for Sludge Wave, it's not going to be great, but it's not going to be the worst case scenario here. Earthquake, all right, sounds good to me. Getting to that Seed Bomb, it's all a matter of what they do have in the back. What is it going to be? And it's a Trevenant. I immediately swap into our Salazzle here. They back out, we take the win, and we're looking good here with a bad lead. Not bad. Moving on to our next one here, we're met with a Talonflame. Now this is another interesting one here. Fire on fire, but again, we're too squishy to take any damage. They're not going to be obligated to go for Brave Bird, although they could trick me and just take me out in one shot and do that and then retreat. We're going for Fire Blast, and look at that damage. Do you see that? It doesn't matter. That's the thing about it. Fire Blast them up. Let's go. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Rangaroo here, and we're up against the Sableye. So we've been in this position before, so it's not particularly great. It's, you know, we're doing damage on both ends. They resist the confusion, and confusion is not the fastest move to gain energy here. So I got a little confused. I was like, they had to be at a charge. Okay, yeah, they shielded up. Really getting close there. We have 1 HP and throwing it. Great. Okay. Got 2 shields. Bringing in our Trevenant here. We want to farm down. Obviously, we're going to be shielding this up. Otherwise, it's going to be doing a ton of damage to us. Farming them down. What you got in the back here? Or are they going to come back in here with that lead? A Registeel. Sounds good to me. So we're going to be farming up extra. Going for a Shadow Ball here. Kind of maybe playing the same situation as before. Well, no. Salazzle has no health. This is a bad situation. I wanted to catch, but it was just too close. Like, look at this lag. Well, what the frick is going on? Give me a break here. Go for a Shadow Ball. Can we get to another one before they get to another charge move? We swap, they swap, and oh, we get to the Poison Fang, but we couldn't get it off. Oh, we don't get to the Seed Bomb, but is this going to be enough? It's not. Trevenant survives, and we get to the Shadow Ball, and we take that win. That was a close one, folks. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Turn notifications on, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!